For this video, we will go through solving linear equations. For number 1, solve the following equation. 3 parentheses x minus 6 minus 2x equals 5x plus 4. First, you'll need to distribute the 3 through the parentheses. So I get 3x minus 18 minus 2x equals 5x plus 4. Then combine like terms. So we combine the 3x minus 2x to get an x minus 18 equals 5x plus 4. Then we can add 18, or actually you could either add 18 to both sides or you could subtract x from both sides. We need to try and get the x's together on one side of the equation. So in this case, I'm going to subtract x from both sides of the equation to keep the x's so they'll be positives. So here we'd have negative 18 equals 4x plus 4. Then we can subtract 4 from both sides of the equation. So we get negative 22 equals 4x. Then divide both sides by 4 to finish isolating x here. And then when you simplify negative 22 over 4 by dividing the top and bottom by 2, you should get negative 11 over 2 as your x value here. You should also always double check your answers, especially on tests, by plugging the value that you get for x into the original equation. Here you should have 3 parentheses, and negative 11 over 2 minus 6, close that parentheses, minus the 2 times the negative 11 over 2 equals, and then on the other side of the equation you would have 5 times the negative 11 over 2 plus 4. So I'm going to write check here. This is checking your answer. So here, once you go through and simplify both sides of the equation, if you do it correctly, you should end up with negative 47 over 2 equals negative 47 over 2. Your answer is correct. You should get the same answer on both sides to check your answer. And for number 2, solve the following equation with fractions. In this case, the first fraction has a denominator of 4. The second has a denominator of 3. So our common denominator in this case is 12. So we want to start by multiplying every term by 12. For the first fraction, if we simplify the 12 divided by 4, we get 3. So we'll have 3 parentheses x minus 3. Simplifying the first fraction. For the second one, if we do the 12 divided by 3 that we have in the denominator of the second fraction, we get 4 times the 3x plus 5 that was in the numerator equals, and then we add 2 times 12 on the other side of the equation, so we get 24 there. Next, we want to distribute our values through. So we get a 3x minus 9 and then we get 12x plus 20 which is equal to the 24 we had on the other side of the equation. And once again, we want to combine like terms. So if we combine the x's, we get 15x plus 11 equals 24. Then we want to isolate x, we want to get it by itself, so we want to subtract 11 from both sides of the equation to cancel out the 11. So we get 15x equals 13. And then to finish isolating x, divide both sides by 15. So then you have x is equal to 13 over 15. Then once again, you want to make sure that you're plugging back in the value that you get for your x back into the equation. And once you go through and check that, you should end up with 2 equals 2 on both sides of the equation. If you have questions on this or anything else, please make sure to ask.